Number 3, series number 5 here. A minute and 1 second left in the half. And it is counting down, I believe. I'm going no huddle here again. I have a 1st and 10 from the 46. It's a tie ball game. So as you can see, I'm still in the Panther full house because I went no huddle. I'm coming back with the triple option again. So right through here, where he'll make the read off of this guy. He's my first read. When you're running the option, basically the blocking is handle 1 and 2, and then option 3 and 4. So in this case, it's a little different because, well, actually not so much, because even though he is somewhat stacked, he is overshaded to the strong side, so we wouldn't necessarily call him a number 1. If he was lined up head up to just a slight shade, like a 1 technique shade, then we would call him the number 1 guy. But in this case, because he is lined up so far over to the right side here, away from the play side, he's going to be a 0 essentially. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. So we're going to handle 1 and 2, option 3 and 4. You know, like I said, if this guy ends up coming upfield, I'm handing it to my back and then trying to break out here if I can, or break out enough and then maybe cut back depending on what I see. If the end crashes, then I'm going to keep it with my quarterback, take the option out here, and we're going to try to force this guy. So if he attacks my quarterback, I pitch it out to my tailback. If he attacks my tailback, I keep it with my quarterback. What I'm going to try to do, most of the time at least, I try to attack him with my quarterback. Come right at him, force him, because I want to be able to pitch that last second and gain a whole lot more yards. We'll have to wait and see what happens, and then we'll discuss. So as you can see, he squats again. He comes upfield, squats. So hopefully I make a decision to get out here, or I can at least. I hope I can. With him, you can see my guard there getting blown up a little bit. So he may not be able to get outside. I might not be able to right after the handoff. We'll have to wait and see. And I just do, but as you can see, because it is so tight, I start stumbling around, and then I go down. I get like maybe 2 yards out of that. So, 2 yards is better than nothing, of course. But obviously play success is a 0. Decision making is still a 1 because that was the right thing to do. So this is a 1-point play. Number 4, series number 5 here. I've went and huddled up on this one, so I have 42 seconds left in the half. Ball on the 47-yard line, 2nd and 8 here. As you can see, I am in the trip flip set. So what I'm running here is the fades with a couple adjustments. So fades entails basically running the fade here, that little short fade, getting a drag route across here, as you can see, and this mini wheel, as I like to call it, here with Beasley, my number 3 receiver. Backside here, normally he would be running a little fade here. I always send him on a go fade. That's what I call it in this, because it's really not running much of a fade here. It is a go, but if you can actually run a straight go route in this as well. So we'll call this the go fade. I send him on this deep, and then I send him keep him from blocking in this case to running the wheel route, as you can see. So right now, if I see a zone coverage, to me this looks like cover 2, by the way. If I see zone, I'm going to be looking to hit Beasley on this. This is usually a zone killing play for me as far as this little wheel here. If I see man-to-man, I'm going to look for him. Now also, if I see man-to-man, I might take a quick peek out here to see if Bryant gets jammed and if he beats it easily, so that I can hit him deep. So let's go ahead and run through this, see what happens, and then we'll discuss. So right now we're seeing zone. That's what I'm saying. It looks like another cover 2. I think he should open up here in a second, so we'll see what happens. And no, he doesn't. Actually, he stays in very good position to cover that. So my next look is going to have to be right here, and you can see he's there if I throw it up high. Also, I have him. And let's go ahead and see what decision I make here, or if I make a decision, because I'm seeing a guy coming right now. And I don't know if I saw him when I was playing. And no, I don't. I get sacked. So on this play here, 0 for success, obviously. I lose how many yards here? Wow, so I lose 9. I'm going to go ahead and call this a -1 on the bonuses too, because even though it's 9 instead of 10, it's bad enough, especially in this situation. So really, I needed to get off this read faster and make the decision to either throw it here now, and I could have thrown this high to try to keep it away from him. High and upfield. Risk you take there is if Roma overthrows it, he's sitting right there for an easy interception. But really, I could have looked at this right now, or really come across faster and then caught him. So I don't think I had really the time to get to him, but that was the play there, really. Right there, throw that ball to him now, throw it a little high, and deliver it right about here, and have myself a nice little catch, or keep reading faster and get to him. So really good coverage on this, on the play side, or the side that call side that I was looking to, and I couldn't really do much with it. So I'm getting a -1 here because I get a 0 for decision making as well. Decision or success, of course, is a 0, and then the -1 for giving up a big play on that sack.